Like, even with everything that's happened with, unfortunately, you know, with my daughter and all the CPS bullshit and all that, and her being taken and put in foster care for 4 months and shuffled around all these different foster homes, and getting hurt in foster care and all that. And then, oh God, there's more I haven't even told you guys yet. I'm like, I don't know if now's the time. It's still getting, it's a little. Okay, I'll go ahead and say it because I know a lot of people, this was a rumor that came out a while ago that my daughter allegedly was like molested or something like that, which is not true. So this was something that came about while she was in foster care. It was brought to my attention finally that allegedly she had told somebody in foster care. I don't know who she supposedly told, if it was because she was meeting with all these counselors and her attorney, and which are bullshit. They're just attorneys for the state, basically. They don't even listen to the kids. So she was meeting with all these people while she was in foster care, people from the state. I had absolutely no control over it. And I guess, well, allegedly she met with someone that she was telling that she had been SA'd, allegedly, and that allegedly it was a neighbor of mine, a neighbor or close friend of mine named Joe or Joel. And this was when she lived with me. And I'm pretty sure they said that, oh, they didn't know if it was in Nevada or California. That was one thing I tried to get out of them. And they said that she couldn't remember or whatever, but they were allegedly my next door neighbor and friend named Joe or Joel. At that point in my life, I had never known anyone named Joe or Joel. The only person I know by that name is somebody from online. And at that point, I hadn't even met them yet. So, never knew anybody named Joe or Joel. Never had a neighbor named Joe or Joel. Never even had a male neighbor that I was friendly with that ever came over to the house or my apartment. I don't know any of my neighbors now, really. I mean, there's one guy that lives next door that I see when I go to the elevator sometimes and I say hi to, but I don't know his fucking name. Oh, and that I used to have him babysit for me, was allegedly as well. So that's when that happened, allegedly. I can tell you it never happened because there's no such person. And I certainly haven't had any male babysit for me. The only male that she has really ever been around, especially without me around, is Nishan. All right?
The name's Nishan.
Because he's
Nishan.
A super freak.
Yeah.
Super. And she knows his name. She's known him since I've known Nishan since before I got pregnant with my daughter. So she's known Nishan since she was a very small baby, for newborn baby. And she knows his name. She would never call him Joe or Joel. And of course, after this was all said and done, I asked my daughter about all this, and she was like, what? No. Like, she had no idea what anyone was talking about when it came to anyone named Joe or Joel or any neighbor or anyone that had ever been inappropriate with her. Which I'm like, I guarantee no one's had the opportunity. I need help. With what?
Yeah, fuck you.
We still have to kiss.
I know. Is it gonna be on here too?
Sure.
Get to know Tricialicious because we're here right now. So that was another thing that came against me that was an investigation and then got dropped because there was literally no legitimacy. And I just felt like I was being framed and they were trying to frame me. I'm gonna kill this son. Give me my fucking shit. Because there was nothing else. They couldn't find anything else against me. So they thought, so I'm like, what, did you pick the name Joe out of a hat? Because it's like, fucking, let me guess, was it Joe Smith? You know? because everybody knows someone named Joe. But it was bullshit. That's what they fucking do. They pull some fucking bullshit. And then they had to close their investigation because they said it was inconclusive and like unsubstantiated or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, exactly, because it never happened. So say it is what it is. You're closing the investigation because it's false. Yeah, I was pissed. I was fucking pissed when they came out with that bullshit. I was like, no. And my parents were fucking pissed too. Because my parents know better too. They know that I've never known anyone, like, I've never been friendly or had a neighbor or friend or anyone named Joe or Joel that has known me and my daughter, like, personally. So it's crazy. But, you know, they try to pull some fucked up bullshit on people. They took my daughter over blatant lies of people saying I was smacking my daughter in the face when I was spanking her bottom. Because it was off camera and all you could hear it, but you couldn't see it. And that was literally written up in court papers that I did that. So I was guilty until proven innocent. Which frankly should not happen in America. And I see how they fucked up on my case, and I see how, you know, they're fucking up on Aaron's shit, and it's like they don't look at the facts. Like, they just completely turn a blind eye to the truth. Oh, come in here. And then they just believe blatant lies, and it's fucking disgusting and horrible. And they should cease to exist. There should not be an organization that has the power in the United States of America to do that to people. There just shouldn't. Child abuse and neglect should be a criminal offense. And if police show up to investigate,
I've not broken any laws. Okay, my daughter is not abused in any way.
if there's no evidence of child abuse or neglect,
I'm doing this to protect myself. I'm protecting myself because everyone needs to see her reaction. Everyone needs to see how traumatized she is.
everything should be dropped. There should be no case. They shouldn't be able to keep a case open for over a year and take your child into foster care over legitimate fucking bold-faced lies, basically fucking harass and torture you and your child for over a year. Why don't you cry and ask him to donate to the to GoFundMe if you're gonna cry?
I don't think you, Mom.
We can't get this girl to beg for money. That's too bad.